In this video, I'm taking existing Pokemon and turn them into a more realistic and stylized version. Curious what that looks like? Stick around and find out which Pokemon I'm covering today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another episode of Pokemon Realistified. Today we're doing one that I think is pretty unique and looks very cool. It's been requested by Cyborg Monday, as you can see here, and let's not waste any time, get straight into it.
Stack Attacker!
Okay, here we are. Just like last episode, we are going to have to turn all of these shapes into shape layers or just solid colors. Anything. The point is we need to trace all of these just like so. And then just like this, turn them into, solid shapes. I am gonna make sure the edge is not too clean and straight because we want to get that detail in there. So I'm just kind of like this, just going around the edge, kind of making sure each gap really looks like an actual gap, just like that. These legs right here really are the biggest pain in my butt. But we're getting there. We are getting there just like this. Last one, and then we should be pretty much all set. And there you go. That looks fantastic. It looks like a bunch of shapes. For this one, I'm actually gonna start with the textures instead of the shadows, which I normally do first, because I don't know why, it just feels like it makes more sense for this one, since it's simple stone, makes sense. Then I will use a tiny bit of warp to kind of make that roundish shape, because it's not completely straight. There you go. I think something like this is pretty good. Then we have to remove it from this side. Let's flip it, maybe that could work. There you go. That is pretty much instantly good. Now, pretty obviously, the entirety of the right side should be a bit darker, like as a whole. So let's just quickly paint over it like this. Maybe that's a bit too dark. Let's do that. Then if we bring back these outlines, we can exactly see which corners here, for example, have to be a bit darker as well. There you go, to create that nice 3D edge. And another one right there. Then in the middle here, let's put another one of these, and that has to be a lot darker as well. And then you guessed it again, we have to sort of add these darker spots to make sure it looks 3D as hell. I mean, it truly is magic, ladies and gentlemen. Now, of course, this isn't quite it, so let's go ahead and add some ambient shadows, ladies and gentlemen. You probably already guessed it. That is exactly what we need to make this absolutely ultra realistic. Just like this, adding some nice subtle shadows in the corners here. That is what we need, guys. That is exactly what we need. There you go. Nice and subtle. Look, look, look. It went from this to this. That is so much better. And then in the really dark corners, we need just a tad more, of course, because there's no light reaching there whatsoever. Or, well, a little bit, but not. I'm just gonna stop talking right now. And there you go. That is pretty good. Then one more thing I'm gonna try is adding a bit of an edge on these sides, just like this, because I feel like that could just add a tad of realism to it as well. Basically making sure these edges aren't too sharp, because sharpness is often not very realistic, I feel. And this, we'll see in a sec if that actually works. This is before. Yeah, I actually like that. Makes it look like it's just a tad rounded, which is exactly what we need, of course. Also, we can't forget about these holes. Let's make them very nice and dark. Add some 3D sides, just like that. The most crucial thing about his body we forgot, and that is these actual, lines to make these stones separate bricks. Now, that shouldn't be too difficult, I think. I'm just gonna try something real quick. I'm gonna make a black line under this one, as you can see, just so we can see where the line's actually supposed to go, all the way to here. Then let's hide the original, go into the layer styles. And I'm thinking maybe we can use some of this stuff to actually make that 3D look. There you go, something like that. And then a bit more shadow to that. Dude, look at that. That is literally what we are gonna do. Oh, that works. Ooh, and if we decrease the fill of the original line, we can just kind of make that disappear as well. Okay. Okay, let's go. We now literally just have to make like a bunch of these lines going all the way down like so, and we instantly have that. I mean, that's amazing. I can't believe that actually worked. That was such a theoretical idea. Okay, the last few ones. One here, and I think there's one here as well. Just like that. And then we can actually... Oh wait, another one right here. Boop. There you go. Okay, so now if we hide the original, you can see it's a bit too deep, too dark. So what we can do to fix that is simply decrease the opacity of the dark line, just like that. Yeah, I actually think that is more than okay. That looks pretty good, especially for how easy it is, because I would have otherwise have to paint all of this manually. No thanks. Then I'm just quickly doing the exact same thing on the other side like this, and that looks... wow. The edge on the bottom side also has to be very dark, something like this, and then the one inside of that one should be even darker. Let's first put a texture in there like so, and then make that pretty much almost black, I would say. Let's erase just a bit on the edge very subtly like so, and then that should be more than enough. There you go. Yeah. That's pretty good. Now, of course, his legs are the exact same story, except easier because we don't have all these weird gaps. So I'm not gonna do these on screen. That makes sense. I mean, you know how that stuff goes. Instead, I'm gonna focus on these blue elements, these sort of eye thingies and the stripes. Let's just make a circle around it like this. Let's already make that sort of the right color. I feel like this blue sort of thing should be good. And that little circle from the middle, there you go. That's the basic shape. Now let's make that nice and shiny and a bit glowy maybe. First off, let's go and add some brightness to it, just like this. And a little bit on this side I feel like would be nice. Then let's go and make, I guess, another solid color. Let's paint over it to create a nice glow. You already guessed it, pretty straightforward. And then what if right here we add just a bit of a blue, you know, light, as if that's shining onto it. Yes, that is actually pretty nice. Yeah, I think that looks pretty nice. Then let's put that same thing in the other one as well. So I think we can simply grab it and then just flip it like that, and then put it right in there. That should be pretty much it. Then a similar thing for the stripes, which are also blue, so let's do those. Let's have a little bit of that texture shining through like this, and we want just a tiny bit of glow as well, just like this. Not too much. I feel like this one really should be quite subtle, since it seems to be more like a stripe that's added onto it instead of like an actual 3D tube. So I think that is not actually so bad. Well, then I will finish these stripes, the legs, and then I'll be right back with you.
A few moments later.
And ladies and gentlemen, there you go. I am very happy with how this looks. I did not think this would look so good, actually. But it does, so let's put this guy in a nice environment and see what happens. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, that is 𝐃𝐫 in its full glory and action. I quite like this one, it looks unique, kind of similar to other stuff I've done in the past, but for this one it just really worked, so there you have it. And then I guess that is it for today. If you like this video, make very sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, because I can assure you, you don't want to miss these videos. It's just too epic to be sure, to be true. Too epic to be true. Anyways, and I hope I'll see you in my next video.